Good morning, everybody. I know it's early for some of you, but it's like already past lunch this time. So welcome, and hope you enjoy it with us. I'm quickly sorting out the weather. I need to make sure that this active sky is actually giving us the correct weather. Then we'll get going. Come on. Show me the weather. 1036, there we go. Morning, Jet Power. Ah, good evening.
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Nico.
Hey, Wycliffe, welcome. Right, so I did not realize that we don't have jetways at Southend, which is kind of silly. It means I'm going to have to do another test flight after this one. So I'll probably go to Dublin and fly from Dublin somewhere else. So anyway, it's going to be a bit of a long stream, you know, so you guys can just come and go. We need to test the doors and we need to test them at the jetway. So I'm going to do this flight because it's one of my assignments in the VA. So I'm just going to finish this one off. We should get a jetway at Glasgow. As far as I know, there are jetways at Glasgow. So we can test it there already. And then we can test a departure side as well. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Andy. Right, so...
Good morning.
Morning, Uncle John.
UNH is 1036.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a lot, eh? High pressure. But yeah, in Joburg, it's close. In the real world as well, it's very damp. It's not nice. I mean, you walk a few steps and you start perspirating quite a bit because of this humidity. Yeah, here, 2 flights for the price of 1. We're going to have to test this thing. I'm still flying F. There is no new version since last night. Zibo is still working on it. But we had a huge discussion. For those of you that are on the forum, you would have seen some of it. And then me and Zibo took it off screen onto the dev room. And we had some of our pilots and also airport operations guys chime in. So Zibo has graciously amended the way the doors work. Okay, so when the aircraft detects a jetway, the back door shouldn't open. Okay, now I am of the opinion that that is an SOP related to a specific airline or airlines, and it does not represent the whole world. And then we got into a fight, a mega fight there on the forum, and that's why I just stepped away. Because it appears that some people believe they are right and nobody is allowed to disagree with them, which is silly. It just doesn't work that way in the real world. I was neither angry nor rude to answer that question. But the fact of the matter is, in our airline that I worked for, both these doors open regardless of whether you are at the jetway or not, because the aim is you want to get the passengers in as fast as possible, and you want to get close, and you want to also get them to disembark as soon as possible. And one of the things we used the back door for, it's not just the cleaning staff. One of the things that one was specifically used for was for the lift. So if we had passengers with wheelchairs, for instance, that was their entry. You know, so regardless of what the one airline does to a next airline, it's just one of those things. You see there, it actually opens now. I think it might be because I clicked on it, because I haven't started anything, right? So whatever. The fact of the matter is that Zibo has now changed the code for the handful of guys on the forum, and you know, it is what it is. So I'm not going to take this fight further. I'm just going to test it the way it is. But I think it is very selfish and entitled for a handful of people to govern what the rest of the world does. This world is huge, and an SOP is not fact. So yeah, we discussed the thing as an option that's in Zibo's hands, and then You know, it's up to Zibo how he wants it. I've never demanded Zibo to change anything. He is the boss after all. I just comply. But I just felt I had to make a statement about it because an SOP is not fact. And because one operator does it one way doesn't mean the next operator does it that way. It just doesn't work that way. And within 2 minutes, we had an airport operations guy as well as a captain from another airline involved in the private conversation, and they all agree they opened the back door. There is no such thing that it doesn't open. Okay, it might be for 1 or 2 operators. Good luck to you guys if that's your SOP. Again, SOP is not fact. So anyway, that's the end of that. I don't want to start the whole rigmarole about that. Okay, and just because someone disagrees doesn't mean he's rude or, you know, I mean, I got a little bit offended being accused of being rude. I was neither angry nor rude. You know, a disagreement does not constitute that, and I cannot take responsibility for somebody's you know, emotional side running away with him, unfortunately. You know, I mean, it's such a small little thing. For Pete's sake, it's a door. Whether it goes open or not, who cares? It's eye candy. It's not going to change the operation of the flight. So anyway, that's the end of that. Let's move on. I don't know why it actually opened there. I must have clicked somewhere. I did something to open it, which is funny because I don't know.
Just shoot the middle triangle again.
Let's quickly have a look, see, because there's no airside services active, nothing. So just close it so we can start from the beginning. Okay, so what we're going to do, so we'll do this flight without the jetway to take off. We're going to go stop at the jetway, then we want to see, and according to how this thing works, now with 6F that I'm flying, it shouldn't open the aft entry. Okay, so that's all we want to do. We just want to try it. The fact that we're getting a flight in between is now a bonus. It's part of my assignments. I'm getting brownie points for the VA. Right, and that's it. That's the story. Let's quickly load up and see that we've got the right thing. You know what I forgot, Uncle John?
No, you haven't. You just remembered.
Yes, but I did up until now. I was talking too much. I forgot the icars. Hello, Peter. Jacob, I must be honest with you. Since we implemented this airside services, I've never bothered to look. You can see on my streams, I've never bothered to go and have a look at how the actual doors operate. Okay, I've seen a lot of chatter on the forum about the doors. I've seen a lot of chatter here in the development room. It has been discussed. I never got involved with it up until today. Okay, so we're going to see now what it does, you know, in real time, and then we've got it on video record, and then we can take it from there. But Zibo has obviously now tried to be nice, and he's tried to, you know, give those handful of people on the forum what they wanted. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. So we have 149, 1.7, and 6.3, and activate. All right, so let's go have a look. So sorry if it's very long-winded and if it takes a while to work through everything, but we obviously want to see what happens and how it happens.
Are you going to stream on Discord?
Sorry, yes, of course.
No need to apologise.
There you go. Yeah, I get to involved in the other side of things, and if you don't remind me, I forget. Thanks for that. Right. So, here we have it. Now the doors are open. Got the cargo doors open. You can see they are open. And we've got the front entry. Alright, so this
find it's always the vocal minority that can cause the biggest problems.
It
And that
happens.
sounds-
It happens.
And that sounds as though that's what happened last night.
Mm,
I wasn't around,
mm.
but from what you've just said, it's always the vocal minority, the ones with the loudest voices that can spoil it for others who are quite happy, and don't bother about such things.
Mm. I don't mind anybody disagreeing with me. Okay. I remember. I'll give you a specific example. Angel Alpaca, one of our followers, great guy, love him to bits, right? I made a comment one day about the services, and this is like 5 years ago already, right? This is what I can remember. The services versus that one, and he said to me, no, he doesn't agree. And I actually went back, I thought about it, and I realized he's right, I'm wrong. It happens. I've never, ever, ever tried to steamroller anybody into anything. And I don't think being in disagreement with anybody is a train smash. It just means that somebody needs to go think about it, And it will be good if both sides go and think about it, but this entitlement and it's cyberbullying, if you ask me. I want it my way and you will give it my way. And if you don't, you are this, that, and the other, Come on, man. That's not how life works.
Ridiculous way to behave.
Yeah. Right, so that is loading. I've obviously got everything set on fast. That's why all the doors open fast, close fast, because I don't want to sit here the whole day
loaded up and you are good to go.
Struggle with it, right? Did you also get flight level 300, Uncle John?
A firm, sir. A firm.
Okay. On my Alpha yoke, my ignition switch is the one governing. Oops, yeah, man. Is the one governing my auto brake over there. You see, I'm twisting it now, and I always have it on off because in the odd chance that once in 3 months or 4 months I actually start the PMDG up, that it doesn't interfere with the PMDG. Because I would like to leave it on off. But then I get issues with the PMDG, and I've checked and double-checked my 2020 settings. I can't figure it out. The PMDG just doesn't like this switch to be on any other place than in the off position, and then it just interferes now with my Zibo. Paco, no. I spoke to the developer a few days ago. He's in bed. He's got COVID, so he's sick as a dog, and I wished him well and speedy recovery. It's going to take a while, man. Right, route ready. It's loaded. Yeah, we're taking 23. There is no standard instrument departure. We're going to do a heading select takeoff there. Got that one. The hour is on 23. And there's no transition. We're going straight to finals. So we're going to have a couple of discontinuities. That is true.
Actually, wait,
Yeah, we don't get COVID here either. It's like it doesn't exist anymore. Very weird to hear about it. Anyway, like I said, the world's big. Yeah, just because it doesn't happen one place doesn't mean it doesn't happen in another place. You know, it's the same old argument. Here we go again. Shame. I would just wish you and hope he gets well soon. Right, so we have to literally turn around to get there. Alright, good stuff. We check this. Yeah, you're lucky. I don't usually get a cold either, but you know what happens to me? I get a sinus infection. And, you know, that is a bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah. And I get that like twice a year. And then I really just, it sounds and feels like, you know, flu or something, but it's sinus. It's all just sinusy nonsense. Right, that is a mega steep turn over there. We'll vector ourselves when we get there. We're never going to make that turn. You can't turn like that in a Boeing. It won't work. We'll vector ourselves over there. You say it's 1036, eh, Uncle John?
Aye, firm.
There we go. Oops, turned that one too far.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Yes, quickly, which place?
Perfect. Right, I did tell Zibo in my report that this aircraft, the 6F, is a little bit slippery, eh? So we're going to keep an eye on that in our descent. From top of descent going down, we've had to use the speed brake considerably more than usual. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Right, everybody there is happy. There wasn't GPU there. Didn't realize, sorry. Too late. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
I see you waiting for me.
I am indeed, sir.
Alright, I'm almost ready.
We're into cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
I'm going to start the APU so long, then I just need to do the MCP and then I'm ready to go. Right, so there we go. That's the right time now. 300. Runways 233. Need to do a heading select takeoff, and what's the V speed is 148. Wycliffe, I'm a little bit biased. Me personally, I prefer X-Enviro. In this moment, I'm using Active Sky. So let me give a tip. if you want to have a weather engine that works in all versions of X-Plane, go for Active Sky. If you are willing to use X-Enviro just in a released version, in other words, not a beta version of X-Plane, get X-Enviro. Okay. The thing is, at this moment, X-Enviro in X-Plane 12 is heavy in development because of all the issues with X-Plane 12 and the weather and. Okay. So at the end of the day, I believe X-Enviro is the better purchase, but constrained because of the fact that you cannot use it in a beta version. You understand? X-Enviro is double the price than what Active Sky is. So those are the factors that you need to take into consideration. But you'll see when I fly the actual release, the production version of X-Plane, I fly X-Enviro. In the betas, I've fallen back to my Active Sky. I hope that gives you something to go think and ponder on. Okay, I think that's done. Okay, I'm calling my tow truck.
Round to cockpit,
sir.
toes driving up.
That guy's good, eh? He's just gonna drive straight to the fence and all.
Okay, external checks are complete. All doors and hatches are closed. We are ready to connect.
Okay, he's ready to connect, Uncle John.
Excellent.
Okay, the toes connected. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes released.
Starting pushback. You can start engines when ready.
Thank you, Mr. Pushback guy. Okay, starting engines, Uncle John.
Yeah, I've got my BDIs on you.
Okay.
Did you use better pushback then for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've never called it from within the tablet before. I normally go to the menu. I'll have to have a go at that.
Okay. Wycliffe, the only place you cannot use it through the tablet is if you use the EHAM scenery for Amsterdam from Flight Tampa. No one knows what they did, but the moment you call the better pushback through the tablet, it crashes your X-plane. And it's only them and their scenery in that place. I don't know why not. You can call it through SAM if you've got SAM installed or so on, but you can't call it through the tablet. It just crashes.
I don't like SAM. I uninstalled it. I think it's terrible. And it's not supported properly either.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave up on the SAM support in the Zibo a long time ago. They played me for a fool, and I just walked away. I just gave up. I've still got SAM installed, just in case, because some of the
Operation
Orbex,
complete. Set parking brake.
some of the Orbex scenery still require it, so I'm kind of stuck with that. But one of those
Disconnecting
things.
tool. Stand by.
Just lately, my X-Plane replay has stopped working as well. Every time I try to replay, it just crashes.
That's interesting because mine all of a sudden started working now. Are you on the latest beta or which version of X-Plane?
I'm on the latest version of X-Plane, but not on the beta. I can't stop using the beta program.
Okay, because mine also in the old one does not work. It crashes, but in the beta it works.
Maybe I should try beta because it did work, no problem at all, but just recently. So that might be the issue.
Hold back from the betas. It'll be released shortly for 8 anyway.
The tool is disconnected and the bypass pin has been
waiting
removed.
for that.
Hand signals on your right hand side. Take care up there. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Jacob. Just drop him a note there in the forum because I'm not sure he's watching the stream right now, so you can say thank you to him there as well. But thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. Right, there's the signal. Let's check everything's fine. Come on. I believe it, my mouse doesn't move far down enough because I don't move it far down enough. Come on. Right, so that's done. I just want to go check this temperature thing. It's puzzling me since yesterday. That script that I put into X-Plane, it's not in this one. It's only in my production model. And I forgot to put the one for the raindrops. Damn it, forgot about that one. I'll update the rain one. I don't want to put too much in my beta version, right? So yesterday it was complaining about the passengers feeling cold in the back. It was interesting, it was funny. Anyway, okay, I'm ready to go. Cowboys at the helm again, it seems. Jacob, I think the only reason that you might think that is because you might have missed the conversation. First of all, I'm not sure. If you look in your Zibo folder, there should be a data refs text document giving you all the data refs. But what I'm saying is I'm not sure when the last time was that Zibo updated it. Okay, Zibo has changed the data refs 2 or 3 times to my knowledge, considerably. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. He's added new data refs, and I don't think he's published all of them. Okay, so it's just a question of getting the data refs. So maybe make a list, post what you need on the forum. But first of all, go check that file. Go check the data refs reference file in the Zibo folder. Then make a list, then post it, and just request it, because Zibo does give it, you know, from time to time when people request it. I'm just not sure that he's actually done, you know, taken the time to go and create a file for it as such, you know, that he can distribute. So just check that. I want to do a couple of things at the same time as talking, you know. So 1000. And we write all of those things. Check out. Got weather. Right, are you ready, Uncle John? Can I go?
Go, 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 go!
Okay.
Wow, he's enthusiastic this morning. Been
Yeah,
on the happy pills, John.
He is. He had a good night's sleep. Since he woke up this morning, he's been like that. I promise you, I said it to him myself earlier. He's in a good mood, man.
Must have had a lot of coffee.
This is my second flight of the day.
Good.
Good grief. What time did you get up, John?
I was late. I didn't get out of bed till gone 8.
Yeah, he flew to Amsterdam, and as he was landing, I said to him, okay, now I want to do a flight. He said, wait, let me just park and file it and then come.
On runway 23.
Yeah, the guys want to know, Peter wants to know, what did you have in your coffee today?
I'm not telling you.
It's probably some strange product that he picked up in Amsterdam.
Let's go.
So let's go is now Toga, is it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
80 knots.
Now, SK Sun, you can use a lot of the old data refs, but you cannot use all of them. Zibo has enhanced this thing quite a bit. I know there are a few data refs that are brand new, which is the ones that you really should request.
Skymatix 047 lining up and waiting.
400.
Any idea when this will be released to the public?
No idea, Wycliffe. Last night when I flew the test flight on this one for the first time, we noticed that the VNAV is a bit slippery. So if you give a model like this to people like Jacob here on the stream, he's just going to be angry. You know, Zibo's got to tune it a little bit. Sorry, Jacob. I had to use you as an example because I know you're very critical of the thing, you know, and you were critical of the speed brake and all. I really had to use the speed brake quite more than usual. So I think it's in the best interest of us all if Zibo just takes his time to fix up everything, eh?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Right. Morning, Neil.
My flight won't be so slippery because I've gone back one to 8.
Yeah, we can handle you. That's fine. It's not a problem. Forgot my lights. It's not a problem, Jacob. You seem to understand when I explain things. That's the big thing, you know. I'm big on reasoning. Ever since I was a child myself, I don't like to do things if I don't have a reason to do them, you know. And if you want a reason, somebody somewhere has got to have the answer, right? So even if it is not, even if it is not immediately available, we know where to find answers. We can always go ask, and we can always, you know, get people to agree at some point in time, and then someone has to obviously amend themselves, you know. Well, now that you mention that, I don't know how long you've used this Zibo mod, but since the beginning, Zibo's always had the dream. He wants this to be the most realistic 737 in any flight simulator. And I remember when he said that, boy, did they take him out on the forum. Some of these people were laughing at him, and not just on the forum, on Facebook and everywhere. And they were laughing at him because their only point of reference was the PMDG. And yeah, I think if those guys are honest now, they're not going to laugh anymore, you know.
Departing runway 27.
Thank you, sir. I've done my turnaround and I'm on LNAV now, so I'm doing my thing. You're welcome to follow.
Yeah, and once again, those people who are probably having a go at Zibo have no real reference outside of
Yeah.
outside
You're right.
of the PC simulation.
Exactly. Yeah, 100% right.
There's a YouTuber who made his channel using X-Plane. His channel was based on X-Plane, and then he suddenly switched to MSFS, probably because he was given money or something.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he says about X-Plane in terms of flight dynamics is unbelievable. He says quite simply, flight dynamics are not important.
Yeah. I know some people like that.
Yeah, I won't say his name, but
No.
I'm pretty sure people know who it is. But he built his channel on X-Plane completely, and then switched all of a sudden. As I say, probably because he was getting money from Trustmaster and from MSFS.
Probably. Yeah, I'll say a lot of things for money, eh? It's like politics. The one guy, the one's on the left, the next day is on the right, the next day is in the middle, and then you find out who's sponsoring him, and you go, oh, okay, well, that's good for your politics, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Morning, Airline Summer, welcome. While I'm thinking about it, you guys must remember winter ops, eh? If you've got icing, the Zibo's going to bite you if you don't follow the correct procedures. Eh? You need to make sure you get rid of the icing on the wings and things like that. So just remember that always. Looks like a beautiful morning in the UK once you go above the clouds, eh?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's been heavy cloud for, well, it seems like weeks. We had one day last week where there was no cloud and it was beautifully sunny, but for the most part, for weeks, it's just been heavy cloud and rain, been really bad.
Airline Summer, the big change is going to be necessary in 6.7. What you use in 6.6 at this point in time is irrelevant, but when you go to 6.7, we need you to be on a linear control setup for your yoke, okay? Because Zibo has now included his own curves and things in the Zibo code, and there's a whole story behind that which I'm not going to go into now, because he's looking at the future. There's things him and Twixter want to do that is going to make it easier for the users and for them in their development going forward. Okay, so what you do in 6.6 at this time is absolutely irrelevant, but once you get 6.7, go to linear. You have to have that straight diagonal line. See, Jacob, that's why we have access and we use the real world pilots as well, because I'm not a pilot, Zibo's not a Boeing pilot either. Twixter flew, I think he said he's got 10 different aircraft on his license, okay, and he's been an instructor and an FAA examiner, and he's been all over the show. So that's all he's done his whole life for 40, 50 years. I don't know how long his career is, right? So he's a pilot, obviously he knows these things inside out. And then we've got the whole host. I mean, I think I counted, we've got like access to like 15 different pilots, real world pilots, and that's first officers, captains, line training captains, actual trainers, you know, examiners, whoever, you know, we've got a whole host of these guys for the same reason. Me, Zibo, don't know this thing personally, but Zibo is an absolute genius. Zibo has studied this thing. He knows things here that some of these pilots don't know. Trust me, I've seen it. He knows things about the intricate detail, because for him to simulate things, he needs to be next level, and he's gone deep into these systems. He knows this thing inside out. You know, but we need to get the reference. Tim says it many times. You would have heard him on my streams. He said it many times. You know, he relies on the real pilots like Sasso and the other guys here. Don't worry about the other names right now, but we've got Aero Guitarist and Alex, for instance, as well, just to name two other guys that are intricately involved. You know, you're talking about captains, line training captains. You know, it's different when you speak to those guys than when you talk to a simulator. Sorry, Airline Simmer. Yes, I'm continuing down the line in all the comments. Yes, it comes in 6.7. That's when it becomes really important.
This is why we need to get Zibo into a level D.
Yeah. We want to organize Zibo a little flight so he can go experience a proper six DOF level D. So we'd love to do that.
Can you imagine it? When he gets there, he knows more every single switch, and he's never yet ever been in one.
Elaine Summer, yes, on that last comment, just remember now when you get 6.7 to remove those custom null zones and things, and then I mean, you can always set it later, but the way Tim designed the flight model now is you need to have all those little balls in the sensitivity need to be on the left, and you know, to get the interface right with the Zibo mod, you need to be in linear now. So and then you'll get the real Zibo the way it's been designed.
Does it matter if you've done that in 6.6?
No, it's irrelevant to what we're doing right now. But 6.7 it will be important.
We was discussing it. I thought I'd do it straight away.
You can go feel what it's like, but it's not really necessary. 6.6.
Still got that issue with the auto throttle that it's really sensitive. It'll switch itself off. When I get it on, it'll be fine, but it takes few goes.
Have you set your throttle noise lock and your ATN gauge lock throttle? Have you set these two settings?
I'm gonna have I have, but I'm gonna check them again.
Okay, because it's only in this version of Explain where you'll see when we go past top of descent and I pull my speed brake the first time. Look, I'm pulling it now. It doesn't kick off my auto throttle, but the moment I go above, you know, the tipping point and I start going downwards, the moment I pull my speed brake, my right throttle on engine number 2 goes to the front and the other one is at the back where it's supposed to be, right? So because of that disagreement of the position, my auto throttle kicks off immediately, and it's only in this version of Explain. My other one doesn't do it. How do you explain that? It's crazy.
Right, it's under general config now. It is.
No, hardware configuration.
And so
Config,
throttle noise.
Throttle noise lock. Yeah, you've got to move that one. I've got it on 3, not too high, otherwise your throttles won't listen to you. Okay, so that's just there to take out the ripple, the noise on the pod, and then the engaged lock throttle. That is supposed to keep the auto throttle on, disregarding the position of your throttle levers.
Right, so throttle noise lock 3 and also throttle engage lock throttle on. Yeah?
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. Jacob, remember, a lot of the Zibo code is based upon level D. Okay, a lot of it is based there on, but not everything. That is where you need the real world pilots. That's where you need the guys, you know, that have got the actual experience like Twixter to really, really fine tune it. You know, Twixter and the other guys whose names I've mentioned, plus more who I haven't mentioned. We have, in fact, let me tell you this, we have 2 of our pilots as trainers on the 738 on the sim right now. So we also have our access that we need. It's literally a message away. In fact, we've got 3. I forgot. We've even got somebody here in South Africa now. In South Africa, in the training center, they actually use the Zibo FMC to train the real pilots. And that's something I forgot to mention.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Jacob, you know what? I think I did, but I'm not going to put my head on the block. Was that the post you made in the Zibo Pilots group, or where did you put that? I seem to recall it, but now I'm confused. I can't remember it exactly. My Level D videos is all on my Skymatix Facebook page. If you go there, you'll see some of the shenanigans. I didn't put everything on there because I've got a couple of hours on it now. But you can see my shenanigans. Uncle John was there with me once, and then I've also had another friend with me there. We've spent nice time in the Level D. It's nice to fly this thing. Have you tried it, Wycliffe?
Sorry, I zoned out then. So are we talking about
Level D?
Full motion?
Yes, full motion.
Yeah, I did 747-400 at Cardiff Aviation, which was owned by Bruce Dickinson.
Okay. Gotcha.
And amazing. Walking into the cockpit and everything being where I thought it should be with the sim. The only disappointment was the external graphics. Pretty crap, but everything else just amazing.
Yeah, the one we have here is it's interesting when you look at how they build these things. It's based on P3D. Okay, so the visuals is P3D, but the engine running it, that makes it Level D. That's the one that you pay the money for, the millions for. That's obviously Boeing proprietary stuff. But they use the P3D visuals.
The one that's at Cardiff Aviation, they've got 2 Boeing 747-400s, and they've got a 737, but they've also got 2 helicopter Level D sims as well.
Wow.
And the ones that Bruce Dickinson bought, the 747s, they were basically going out of commission in America or somewhere, and he bought them. I think there was something like, he bought them for $2.5 million each.
Okay. Oh.
And there was nothing wrong with them. It's just that whoever it was in America that had them, they were upgrading to a different sim.
Gotcha.
And, I mean, that's huge, absolutely immense. You can't, the size of them. Like when I first walked into the room and saw them, I just couldn't get my head around how big they were. Absolutely massive.
Well, the one here, you've got the 2 pilots, you've got the instructor station, and then you've got 1 or 2 other seats. And it's not cramped at all. It's huge inside, actually. It's actually really nice.
See if I can find my photographs. I think they're on a OneDrive somewhere. Hang on.
Yeah, airline simmer. I remember the first time I walked into this thing. I mean, you've got all the book knowledge, right? It's all there. You know what you need to do and all. But the moment you get confronted with the real hardware, you know, you've got to think a little bit, and you know you're home, but you're not kind of home. You know, strange feeling. But man, is it nice? It's just unbelievable. Jacob, we understand what you mean, doesn't matter, buddy. Yeah, it's different to flying that level D than what we are doing here. And I remember the first time I tried to rotate, you pull the yoke and there's nothing. You have to wait a second or three, and then you get, oh, there it goes, you know. That seems to be the big thing that catches all the simmers. They all have this idea that when they push, pull and turn, it should happen magically immediately, and it doesn't really. This is also one of the reasons that Twixter is spending so much time on the flight model in the Zibo to get it closer and closer and closer to the real thing. He's done a massive job. I don't think we really realize how much work Twixter has put into this thing. You know, we must be really, really grateful for what he's done. Correct, Jacob. Yeah, that's my recollection as well. And every person I've taken with me subsequently that is a flight simulator, I said to them, don't be alarmed, it's going to happen, it's going to feel different. And they go, oh, you're right. It's just how it is. It shouldn't be impossible to simulate, but remember, that's why Zibo and Twixter are now taking so much of the code outside of X-Plane, because X-Plane has got limitations. So I'm not sure exactly what those limitations are. I'm not a developer. I can't tell you where the cutoff line is between what X-Plane can do and not do and all. But I mean, that's in Twixter and Zibo's hands. And if we don't have those two guys, we've got nothing, I promise you. They need to, you know, sort their thing out, and they're doing an exquisite job. Jacob, the other problem that you're going to have is exactly what we had this morning, is perception, right? Because the first thing that's going to happen when we make it too real is the simulator pilots are going to turn around and say, hang on, but the other guys, their one doesn't do it, so you must be wrong. I can already hear it. It doesn't work that way in the other model. Okay, what do you want? You want it real? You want it play? You know, and then you go, it's not the conversation I want to get into. Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
Are you still flying? You didn't fall out the sky or something?
Negative, but you know that going back to Echo, I don't think it worked quite. I should have made another Zibo up, I think, and done it that way. Okay. I had one or two issues, but I'm going through it.
Okay. And 14 nautical miles. Let's start planning. Whew, I just realized my mic was muted. Did you guys hear me speak about the ads just now? Because some of you are going to get ads. Okay, Jacob, don't apologize. Enjoy. Post as much as you want. I don't know what's happening with the ads. I don't know who gets ads, who don't get ads. It's a random thing.
No ads here because of the ad blocker.
Okay. Okay, wait, let's stay well.
Yeah, I'll catch you all later. Have a good flight, you and John.
Yeah, have a good day, sir.
Will do, will do. I'm out this evening as well. I'm going out for a friend's 60th birthday, so you all behave and I'll probably speak to you tomorrow.
Cool. Enjoy.
Yeah, if that's not possible.
Well, I've got a license, so we'll talk about it tomorrow, Wycliffe. Cheers, bye.
Cheerio.
Yeah, so as I was saying before the ad started, I get this message on my screen in the studio, YouTube studio, and it says ads will start playing. Sometimes I can skip them, sometimes I can't. But it seems to also only go out to some of you. You know, so I don't know, man. It's just YouTube's way of doing things. I still prefer streaming on YouTube than streaming on Twitch. So it's one of those things we just have to endure. Yeah, Jet Power, I think most of us do that thing. Good morning, Alex. How are you doing, Alex? Whatever, man, whatever. Good morning, good afternoon. I only got out of bed at like 10 a.m. local time myself, so it's a public holiday here. That's why I'm streaming and just relaxing. And believe it or not, I had one customer here already this morning. I did an upgrade on his laptop and came to fetch it. He was so excited. I couldn't say to him, nah, you know what, come back on Monday. Shame, man.
I've got you about 6 minutes in front of me, Nico, but just over 40 miles.
Okay. You know the drill, sir. I land and roll through. You land behind me if you have to. Easy as that. We'll sort it out. We're not scared.
No, you've got plenty of room for backtrack, haven't you?
I don't know if I have to. I haven't really looked at the charts. Let's have a look.
Yeah, you have to backtrack if you miss the turn off.
No, sir. Coming in on 23, we can roll straight through. There is a taxiway at the very end.
Yes, of course. I'm thinking the other way around.
Yeah. Yes, Alex, he's had some super juice in his coffee this morning. He has been nothing but friendly and supportive. He's been such a great guy this morning, having so much fun with him. We all asked him earlier in the stream what he put in there, and he actually said he's not telling us.
Stop creeping.
No, he's just very happy. He had a very good night's sleep, he says, so I'm happy for him. But mind you, me too. I mean, I did like a good 10 hours myself last night. It's unheard of in my life.
You clearly needed it, as did I. I'm guessing you're only about 50 miles from top of the descent.
46. Good morning, is Jan. Oh, good afternoon, where are you from? Not sure why you've got the question mark there. We did say hello. Good morning, Mr. M. Yeah, is Jan. I'm not sure if you can hear me now, but I did say good morning.
Coffee time.
Okay, you guys should hear me. You guys can hear me on Discord and on YouTube, the other people? Yeah, I'm sure you heard me, yeah. What did you say, Uncle John? Coffee time? I think that's what he said. Alright. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Morning, Christopher. I don't even know what you are talking about, Isyan. Never heard of those games. I don't really play games. The only thing I do is just flight sim. Keep on forgetting I don't have autos in this explain. Right, let's see how many times I need to pull this speed brake. For some reason it looks much better than last night and nothing changed. So I'm wondering if that other flight isn't just a problem. Interesting. Mr. M, the only reason, there's two reasons. Number one, you got the wrong update. Number two, you put the update in the wrong place. So, I don't know of any other reason why it would not show. I mean, even the best of us make the mistake. One of our real world captains yesterday made a mistake. He put the wrong update into the sim, and then he was querying exactly the same thing. So it's human. just go back, double check everything, make sure you've got the latest update, make sure you delete what you need to delete, keep what you need to keep, and make sure it goes in the wrong, in the right place, you know what I mean. The ETA for landing is 12:30 Zulu. And there you can see the current time is 12 Zulu, so it's like 27 minutes from now. He'll be landing. This is X-Plane 12. Got you on the map, Uncle John. I can see where you're at, and that's me, and that's where we're gonna land.
Excellent, and I've got my coffee.
Oh, lucky. I'm not even going to push my luck to ask the wife for a cup of coffee. I'll just stick it out. We'll land and then I'll go make myself coffee, and then we go find ourselves the next flight to go test.
Music to my ears. Leave her where she is.
Yep. There was quite a few things we were checking. We want to check the descent rate at this moment. That's what I'm busy with now, and the use of the speed brake lever. And then in the beginning we were checking the door operations, and we're going to check the door operations when we get to the Jetway again. Oh, Mr. M, that makes a difference. Yeah, some of it is not available yet in X-Plane 11. Zibo needs time to go do that first, so you're going to have to hang tight. Not yet, Jacob. No, not yet. I have no idea. That's in Zibo's hands. The X-Plane 12 is available for PC and mobile, but this aircraft is only available for PC. You can't get this aircraft on mobile. I don't think it will work. No worries. You're welcome, Mr. M. We have a bit of a step down. It's not just one go. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my next flight will be Glasgow to Dublin.
Excellent, thank you.
And that is flight number 4113.
4113.
Yes. What word are you talking about? I can't read what you're saying there because it's hidden by YouTube. Let's see. The F word. Nope. No swearing allowed on the stream. Yeah, with the step down, the VNAV is behaving totally different now than last night. Wow.
Question, did you drop the update in the right place last night?
You're asking me?
Exactly, since your VNAV is not behaving the same.
Well, the only difference is we've got a step down, whereas last night we had a continuous descent. It was the same aircraft, same sim, same everything. The only difference is we've got a step down, so I'm not sure. I'm still puzzled myself. Here's the next point of descent. Interesting. Migma.
Yeah.
It's Uncle John's fault. Don't worry about it.
Broad shoulders. Yeah, I'm glad we can make jokes.
I always say if you're not worth a laugh, you're not worth much.
Bye-bye.
Before the next flight, they're going to need to build a new Zibo.
No worries. Looks like we're getting a bit of a shake here. Ooh, look at that ice on the wing. Look at that ice. No wonder. Look at the ice here. Whoops. Weather is nasty. Uncle John, check your anti-icing, huh?
Will do.
Have you guys ever heard this nonsense on Facebook? I just saw this joke. It's clearly a joke. The guy says, no one can arrest me for speeding. I paid for the whole speedometer. I'm going to use the whole speedometer.
He's got my vote.
Almost there. Almost there. Yeah. It's a wild, wild ride. That's true, but that was still a funny joke. That was still seriously a funny joke. I thought it was a really clever, stupid joke. Yeah, Alex. The only reason I still have Facebook is for the Zibo project, that's all. I mean, I don't put anything personal on there, really. I've got no desire to use it. I've got no reason other than just what I do. Oh, and we do Facebook marketing for the business. That's all. That's really all we do. Really don't need anything else. Well, also on another note, in the real world, it's become rather overcast and gloomy here in Johannesburg now. Can you believe it? Need to put a light on. There we go. Looks better. Right, Uncle John, here at that last turn, I'm going to vector myself a little bit for a better approach. I'm telling you, that's a wild turn, that one.
Okay, I'll check mine too.
Yeah, check there where you go onto finals. It's more than a 90-degree turn, that one. It's crazy.
Okay.
Right, so guys, after landing, I'm going to leave the stream running, okay? I'm going to go get some coffee, some biscuits or something, and then I'll come back. We will close the explain, restart the explain, because I don't want any interference from previous flights or settings or anything. Then we'll go from Glasgow down to Dublin, just a quick flight, just so that we can check the Jetway on the start up and departure as well. That's it. You guys are welcome to join, and also obviously if you're busy, you're more than welcome to leave and then watch later. Righto, waiting select. Go back on your map later. Thank you, Isyan. Welcome to the family then. But you'll see, we fly real time. We don't take shortcuts. We don't do funny stuff. We quite kind of serious here. So we're not here for entertainment as such. We also work in some entertainment sometime, but it's just too serious, man. We're trying to build this aircraft into something special. So we need to test it. We need to test it, and then it takes hours and hours.
So finally, you didn't use any speed brake at all.
Nothing. Nothing. Incredible, but I didn't.
1,000 to go.
Radio altimeter.
Thanks, Jet Power. Yeah, so this is the first time I'm using the speed brake now. Maybe that previous flight just, you know, was a bit steep. We'll see on the next flight. Then we've got 3 flights to compare with. Well, Alex, last night we used it way too much. We felt that was a bug, so this is now the second flight. We'll do the third one and see the average. How far are you behind, Uncle John?
Not that far. I'm just sorting myself out like you.
Okay.
I've got no DME, so I can't tell you if I'm probably 12 miles.
Ishan, I don't play any other games. I'm not interested in anything else. I'm too busy. Got the real job, I've got a real family, and I've got the real Zibo to worry about, so I don't have time for other stuff. I don't even know what those games are you're talking about. Honestly, I just don't. No idea. Can't say I've ever seen them in my life. Right, are you guys ready? Looks like we're in for some fun here. Broken at 1,600 feet, so we need to go down a little bit more. Then we should break through the clouds.
I've built the new Zibo ready just to drop it in.
Okay. Yeah, is Jan, we're not gamers. At least most of us here are not gamers. We're either pilots or wannabe pilots, and this is what we do.
Turn into the approach.
Okay.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
I agree, Christopher. I thought I knew a lot, and I thought I was this cool simmer until I met Zibo, and then I realized, yes, you know nothing, or little bit.
Approaching,
And,
2, 3.
And I had to start learning. I haven't learned this much about Boeing 737 since getting involved with Twixter and Zibo. That's just next level.
500.
Looks nice, eh?
400.
Really, really nice.
$300. Approaching decision height. 200. Minimums.
Thank you so much. Oh, reading the chat and not checking the ball.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
One finals.
Okay, there we go. 168 feet per minute landing. That's not bad.
Knots.
3,000 feet remaining.
Established.
Right, I'm about to roll off here, so you just continue, sir. It's a nice wide turn, eh? Right, runway vacated.
Thank you kindly.
So there's a spotlight. There's a spotlight to the left.
Thank you, thank you. That was nice. That's really nice.
What's speaking? Top left, top left. Nice. You're freaking. You killed one.
Yeah, I liked it myself. It was really, really cool. I lost the ball there because I'm reading all the comments. It's funny.
I switched to Uncle John's.
Yeah, no worries. Does he know how to land? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I'm going to try, Nico. I don't think I've ever done it before, but I'll have a go.
Good luck.
Report back.
Good luck, sir. Good luck.
Thank you kindly.
I'm gonna go grab one of these jetways and see if it works. Right, so the aim is, and there's Uncle John coming in on TCAS. The aim here of this test will be to see if the back door remains closed. That's all. That's how easy it is. There he is. There he is coming. Blooming heck, I hope that Jetway is going to come this way. All of a sudden, I'm not so sure. Damn it.
Oh, that was rough.
I don't think that Jetway is going to come this way. Hold on. So for the test, I'm now going to drive like a madman. We need a Jetway. Otherwise, the test is not good. Sorry, guys. Did not realize that Jetway was not for this parking. Isjan, you need to click on the live button, man. Make sure it's on live. Right, let's take a turn here. Find another Jetway. Let's go outside, have a look. Make sure we find a proper one. Okay, next one then. There's nothing I can do about your video. Okay, Peter, enjoy whatever you do today. We'll speak later again. You're going to have to speak to Isjan. You're going to have to speak to Google about your lagging. Get a better internet connection or something. No, I'm zigzagging into this place. Oh, that's close enough. Bye-bye. Right. Hope that Jetway will work then. So, parking brake set. Let's check these doors. So, aft entry, that one should not open. And again, that's Zibo now just coming to the party, helping those guys on the forum. So we've got the cargo doors open. Forward entry open, aft entry remains closed. Beacons off, seat belts off. Why is the KP not responding? Come on. Close. Right, well, I'm just sitting watching the doors now. Okay, so remember the plan. I'm going to let the stream run. I'm quickly going to get some coffee and cookies and something to bite on as I do the next flight, and then we're going to fly from here onward back to Dublin. Okay, so that will be the second flight. Then we can have a look at a Jetway, how the doors behave on the departure. Thank you for flying with Uncle John.
My pleasure.
Where did you park, or did you disconnect already? Oh, there you are. Oh my goodness. There you go.
No, I've got issues with this aircraft.
Okay. Dero, no. I'm testing the doors now because of that incident of the doors on the forum. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're doing now. So now my next test, the stream is continuing, Tero, by the way, I'm not stopping. Just for coffee, I'm just going to go grab coffee, right? So what's going to happen now is we're going to test the doors from a Jetway to a Jetway. We did a test earlier on the doors from Southend where there was no Jetway, what happened there, and now we've arrived at the Jetway and then we're leaving a Jetway. Well, that's what we all say, but unfortunately, you know, is what it is. That is this morning's assignment. Also, Tero, what we have seen between last night's stream and this one is the VNAV behaved totally different. The other one, we had a continuous descent, and it was like it was too slippery, overspeeding the whole time. I had to use the speed brake quite a lot. On this one, we had a step down, and I never used the speed brake until almost on finals. It was crazy how it just differs so much. So that's why we want to do another stream, so we've got the best of three, so we can look at that thing, see what's happening.
Echo.
Yeah.
What's the ICAO for Glasgow, please?
EGPF. Closing the doors. He didn't close the doors. I don't know. Okay, well, that's the end of this portion of the stream. So I'm just going to disconnect from my VAO. Then make sure that all the other stuff is closed, gents. Then I'm going to close my X-plane and fire it up again. But in the interim, if you want if you want coffee, I suggest you go grab some coffee now. Then we'll all be happy for the next session.
I've had to reboot the PC, Nico.
No problem. I'm back too, so all good.
I've no idea why, but I have.
Sometimes things happen, sir.
Let's see what happens now.
Right, so now we're going to do this bottom flight.
Glasgow, Dublin.
Yeah.
Let's double check Glasgow, that's okay.
You're live on YouTube, Uncle John.
Yes, I know, sir. But,
Okay.
are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Apologies.
Alex, that's fine. We'll see you later, sir. Thank you for joining. I know the feeling. That's it, as easy as. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Don't get a fright, don't worry. I wanted to just get rid of the top and bottom bar. Let me see if I can get it right. Here we go. So at least you can see what I'm doing on the full screen. Right.
Don't forget to start your ACARS.
I'm busy setting it up still.
It's not going to be easy, but because I've been 8 bits, I can change my settings.
Right, so that takes care of the basics. We're doing our VAO again.
Was that for me?
Yeah. Are we doing our VAO again? Because I'm busy filing it quickly.
Yeah, I've already filed it.
Good. Oopsie. See ya. Bye-bye, Isjan.
Just don't go that side. Just keep watching.
Right, I'm firing up explain now again. I think that was about the stand we were at.
Great, bring it too. Bring a hatchet or something. Stop eating these bags.
Pushback failure, aircraft appears to not have any steerable gears.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if this gate's going to work. We'll quickly try it. It's not dependent on the root jet power, so it should work. In this case, because of where I'm standing, I'm just not sure if it's going to work, but let's give it a bash. Let's see what's spotting. Otherwise, I'm going to have to move again until we find a jetway where it actually works. I'll explain now. Give me a second, UVP. Just want to quickly get my SDKP set up because I want to see my load. Right, so 181.3. That's fine. Okay, let's activate it. Let's see if this works, and then we can relax a little bit. Right, so the idea now is aft entry, as far as I understand, should not open. See? It's not opening. Right. So I use shift and number 4. That gives me this ability to literally now, you know, go clockwise or counterclockwise, up and down. So it's like in a fixed radius around the aircraft. Okay, that jetway is not working. So I think what I'll do is I'll move to that one in front of me then. Okay, but then what I do is shift and the smaller than sign that's next to the M key, that's my zoom out, and that's my zoom in is to go to the greater as. So the smaller as and greater as, or you can say the full stop and the comma, you know, whichever you want to call it. But you hold in shift to make it go nice and fast, and you see without shift it's not as fast. Now the only thing I don't know, UVP, is whether this is an X camera thing or a built-in camera thing for X-plane. That I don't know, because I use X camera. I don't even know how the default camera system works. I promise you, I have no idea. City left. Let's go move again. Thanks, Andy. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. You see, I don't know how those things work there. Ground services, TPU can come back on. Right, let's start again. And there's the Jetway coming.
Ground flight deck hose disconnected and starting refueling.
So the thing I don't know, which we better go check again. Cancel this thing. Let's reload the Zibo. I don't know if my forward left entry was actually open.
Pushback failure. Aircraft appears to not have any steerable gears.
Should I push it then? Even if you just bring it to the ground.
Right, so let's make sure all the doors are closed.
There's three full kits on it.
Ground flight deck hose disconnected and starting refueling.
There we go. Aft entry remains closed.
I wish cancer won everything.
Oh, Reinhard, stop it now. Stop it. Sorry, guys.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
I'm going to have to catch you up, Nick. I've got issues.
No worries, Uncle John. Hello, Christopher. It's interesting, I got conflicting information on my screen, and now that I look up, now it's been synced back to 240. So, Uncle John, if you're not going to fly online, then it's fine, I'm not going to worry. But I filed 300 in IVAO because the OFP didn't update. Now that I've got the right OFP, I see it only wants me at 240.
I have that centre tank issue. I need to go back and read Zibo's comments how to change it.
Yeah, it's easy. Let me show you quickly. Let me share my screen here.
No.
Wait, I'll show you. It's easy. Tell me when you're watching. Are you watching?
Yeah, no, you tell me. I'm streaming, aren't I?
No, you're not. So I'm streaming. Look at my stream. It's easy. I'm there already. I'll show you. Guys, sorry. We have a problem in the beta test. And Uncle John is obviously on the older version where the issue was. In my one, the issue is fixed already. Are you watching?
I am now.
Okay, so in Explain 12 output preferences, you go to, oops, that's the wrong one. We need the Zibo status, that one. B738X underscore status.dat. You have to go and open that one. I'm opening it in my Note++.
Slow down. Right, start again, one at a time.
Output preferences. Tell me when you're there. Are you there?
No, leave me to it, Nick. I'll sort it myself. Thank you.
Alright, and we saw the very last bit of it closing, and that's it. Okay, so all the doors done.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Alright, let's see. NIMAT.
Alright, you've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Forward boarding door has been closed. Once again, we gained all passengers to remain seated at this time. Please double check the security of your seatbelt. All electronic devices will need to be turned off and put away at this time. This does include all cellular phones and two-way cases. Flight attendants, please prepare your doors for departure and contact.
Ground to flight deck. Show me where you want to go, please. Ground to flight deck. The tug is driving up.
Right, almost ready to go.
Okay, Captain, all doors and hatches are closed. We're ready to connect. The tug's connected and the bypass pins installed. Release parking brake.
Uncle John?
Yeah, I've done all that, Nico. I'm just waiting for this to mount the sceneries again.
Okay, cool.
And it's, for some reason, it's not mounted. So I'm going to have to check.
We're commencing pushback. Clear to start engines in sequence.
Will they cross?
UVP with pleasure. It's actually very simple. The higher the number, the faster you're going to fly. The faster you fly, the more fuel you use. Okay, so that's why they call it the cost index, because the lower the number, the less fuel you use, but the inevitable result is the slower you fly. And that's why you will find, I'm going to use Ryanair as an example. When they fly normal passenger operations, they use a cost index of 6 because it's a low-cost airline and they take their time to get there. When they do a ferry flight, there's nobody in the aircraft, but the two pilots, they go for cost index 100. They burn the fuel, they get the speed, they get from point A to B to reposition that aircraft.
Pushback's complete, set parking brake.
As soon as possible, so it can go back into production.
Disconnecting the tow. Stand by.
Right, and any airline in the world, not just Ryanair, anybody, when they are running late, that's how they basically compensate. They're going to lift the cost index, increase the speed, increase the fuel burn, and get on to the arrival sooner rather than later. It's easy as that. In the Skymatix VA, we use a cost index of 20 when we do the normal flights like now, and if it's longer than 2 hours, we usually go up to 50, because then we get there a little bit sooner and you don't have to sit there all the time and wait for the 2-hour flight to happen, in the same time it would have.
Those disconnected, Captain. Bypass pin has been removed. Give your hand signals to the left and we'll see you next time. Have a safe flight. Bye now.
Let me rather say the slower time it would have taken doing it at 20. Yeah, and we've got 13 knots from the front, Black Knight. I have just noticed that. Here we go.
Nico, there's no explained sounds in Discord.
Let me fix that for you. It's because I was sharing my screen and not the application. You should hear it now.
Right, it's on now.
Done all that, Nico. That isn't the issue. The issue is Auto won't mount the scenery anymore for some reason.
UVP, sorry, I'm talking and I didn't realize I'm muted. No, you have to set it before you take off already. Your pressurization system over here, you have to do even before takeoff. So your landing altitude goes in here, your actual cruise level goes in there. Otherwise, you're going to have an oxygen pressurization problem, you know, so don't wait until you want to land. That needs to be done prior to takeoff. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
I heard you and I replied, but my mic was muted. Apologies.
So I'm systematically trying to go through it. I'm even deleting the cache.
Okay. Weird.
For some unknown reason, it's just not mounting the scenery.
Wow. Strange, man.
Unless, of course, their server's down.
I don't know. Could be. I'm not using it, so I wouldn't know right now. Right. Okay, I'm about to take off.
Enjoy.
Thank you. How's it, Antonio?
Hey, how are you?
Approaching.
Good,
2,
good.
3.
I copied that other script of yours for the raindrops, but I'm flying the wrong X-plane, so it's in the other X-plane. I still have to test it.
It's also the wrong weather.
We had some rain already. We had some heavy rains already.
2, 3.
It comes and goes. I'm in Scotland right now. I'm in Glasgow, and I tell you what, the weather is changing quite a bit. You know, dramatically actually over time.
So it's realistic.
Yes, yeah, the weather, yes. Right, we have the flaps. Right, ready to go. See, there's the raindrops already. Again. Can't wait to test that thing.
Yeah, me as well. I need some feedback, but somebody already told that it's working. Yeah, as soon as you say something, I will publish it.
Okay.
Rotate. Positive rate.
And gear up. Scotsman Neil, it's going well, man. Really well, thank you.
400. $1,000.
I know, but we're gonna go into the clouds now. Give me a break. We had some heavy icing earlier in the previous flight, Antonio.
And?
Alright, unfortunately I saw it. The aircraft was very unstable all of a sudden. I went to look and I said, that's the problem. Nothing like good old anti-ice, man.
But yesterday the anti-ice service at ground worked during flight.
Oh yes. It rapidly diminishes as you start your takeoff, and you go into the air. But it was good.
Yeah, as the real one, isn't it? 45 minutes, more or less. 40.
Yes.
45.
Yeah, Zibo coded it for 45, but again, also dependent upon the amount of precipitation and the type. So he told me he actually worked that in too. I asked him about a week ago, we were talking about it because of something on Facebook. He gave me a bit more info.
But especially during winter, most SOPs are with engine starters on and engine anti-ice on every time crossing the clouds.
Yep. See, now my temperature is like 10, 11. It's gone back up to 11, but I don't want to take the chance. So I'll switch it off when it really gets hot. But for me, it's supposed to invert now. It's supposed to get colder as we climb. But also now I see we've got an altitude constraint here, so... I'm actually just going to bust it. Let's go. Why are you not listening to me? There. To press the button.
Yeah, during winter it's not so unusual to have kind of an inversion of temperature near the ground.
Scotsman also had to press it twice. I presume it would be, otherwise Zibo would have fixed it and somebody would have complained already. And I think the difference between the normal operation and what we had here is we had to cancel the altitude constraint. So it's like two operations, cancel then climb. But I'm not sure, I'll have to ask one of the real pilots. Our active sky updated the crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign will be switched off shortly. However, for all safety, we recommend
That's not normal. And you Shame, man. It turned real dark here a couple of minutes ago. I mentioned it on stream, and I see the sun's back out. I mean, the weather is so temperamental. Even here in Joburg, I might as well be in Scotland. Thank goodness the coffee still works. Yeah, I bet. I can understand that.
To go.
Wow, lots of variation in the climb rate.
Yep. The weather is a bit foul, so I can just imagine that's got an influence.
Okay, blame it on Scotland.
Yeah. Jet Power, not sure if you're still here, but thank you. Have a good sleep. Alright, well, we are so close to the top of descent. If I sleep any longer, we're not gonna make it, so let's get going now.
Good afternoon all.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Look at that crab, man.
Another test, Nico. What version?
This is 6F, same as last night. And believe it or not, we obviously observing, all the other systems, but the big test is actually the doors.
Okay.
When they open and close, and which ones open and close, and those kind of things. Oh, today in this version we have none of the speed, running away, the slipperiness. It's just normal. So I'm wondering what the hell happened last night. Almost makes me feel like I want to go fly that route again and see if it wasn't, you know, third-party induced weather, just a stupid flight. I don't know. Maybe the flight plan just wasn't conducive to a proper flight. I don't know. Weird.
Wasn't it fatigue?
Sorry?
Were you tired last night?
Oh, fatigue. Yes, could also be, but no. My fatigue, my tiredness, is not responsible for the Zibo overspeeding. You know.
No.
Yeah. So yes, I was tired, but the aircraft did more than once. Just the speed just ran away during the descent. It was so bad that Uncle John, actually this morning after his first flight, he went back to the previous version just to have a proper VNAV. You know, so I don't know. Good morning, HD. Welcome. I mean, we've crept up in speed, but there's a difference between creeping up and running to a next faster speed, you know.
Yeah. Yesterday Antonia told me something about VNAV. It was quite interesting.
Okay. Who knows, Tara? I can't say. I don't know, but it could be. No, this is default clouds. I'm using Active Sky because this is the beta explain. So this is just default clouds. With Active Sky, I've got it in a hybrid mode. Not sure if I actually updated my stream information correctly. See, I did not. Let me just update the stream information. This is 8RC3 as well. Can update that. All these small little details. Alright, if you refresh the video and then go look at the description, all this stuff should be okay. I've added the second lake in there as well. This was the first time I've had to pull the speed brake now. I should have pulled it a bit earlier, but I was asleep as usual. No, I'm not. It's just a proverb or a saying, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, English is bad sometimes. I wasn't really asleep. I was just not concentrating. That's fine, Uncle John.
Thank you, son.
To it right or to it left, Nico?
Right.
Okay.
Thousand to go.
Clouds are just above minimums.
Yeah, see, we've got few at 1,200. The visibility is 9999, so we must just wait it out so we break through, because there's the ground coming now, because right in front of us it's a bit of a problem.
Radio altimeter.
There's the runway. Hello, John.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilize, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Approaching decision height.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
Minimums.
Not on
Caution,
the taxiway.
taxiway.
No.
Caution,
No,
taxiway.
not on the taxiway.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Caution, on taxiway. On taxiway.
Wow. Wow, wow. Roll into the wind, kick to the other side. Oof.
80 knots.
Nevertheless, nice landing.
Mm-hmm. We can but only try. So, welcome to Dublin, everybody. I hope you're going to have some fun here.
Land of the Guinness.
Yeah.
This is the default airport, Nico.
Yes, sir.
Explain. Yeah. Still giving taxiway warning. Two-way flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange.
I have the boundless airport, so you don't get the warning.
I also have it, but only in my other X-Plane. This is my beta, so in this one, I mean, I try and keep it as vanilla as possible. Thank you, HD. I try. It's been a long day, huh?
Approaching 1-6.
You know what? I need a Jetway. I forgot we can't park here. We want the Jetway. That's the whole purpose of the test. Jetways. Now my only hope is that this Jetway actually works. Thank you, Black Knight. Haha, yeah. Thank you for the tip.
Well done, Nico. Very informative and also entertaining. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Some of you guys have been here for a while, so I do thank you for sticking around for 2 flights, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Nico.
Okay.
Thanks, Nico.
I just need to wait and see what happens when everybody is off, what happens to those doors, and then I'm done, then I'll stop the stream. Probably nothing. They're probably just going to stay like that, but we need to know. Thank you, HD, you too. And UVP, thank you. UVP, while you're still here, you need to go check that basic tutorial I made a few weeks ago on my channel, eh? I hear earlier in the stream you said you're still learning. That one's going to help you a lot, eh? It's the one with the Zibo and the PMDG in one flight. You must check that one out. Christopher, thank you. Geert, dankie. Yeah, if everything goes well, 800 Zulu. I am not sure if I'm going to stream this evening. My father is still in hospital, critical. So I might actually just go and visit him for a change tonight. And all depends on the rest of the family, what's going to happen now. And otherwise, yeah, I'll maybe stream tonight. Also, I don't want to stream another Zibo. Until Zibo gives us an update of some sorts, you know, so might be a good idea to just maybe take the night off. We'll see how everything pans out. If I get bored, I'll be back anyway. You know how it works. Black Knight, stay well, thanks guys. Doesn't look as if this thing is going anywhere. The doors stay open. We're still disembarking, so I'm just gonna hang tight. I just want it on video until that's done, and then I'll stop the stream. Ah, okay, so they just stay open. Alright, and I've seen what I had to see. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Talk soon. Bye bye.
Yep.
Thank
bye-bye,
you,
everyone.
ciao.